Good morning, Pride League. It's your co-commissioner, Disabled Vigilantes, here to talk about what happened in week 2. Maybe give a little preview about what happened in week 3. I hope everybody got through this week. Maybe get some of those elusive dubs that can occur in the fantasy football season. But I mean, let's just I couldn't really predict it very well last week on who would win, who would lose. But let's recap it. I mean, I think now I'm like 7-7 when it comes to picking these games. So let's get to it, right? The easiest game for me to predict was Dynasty Sage versus Agent Smith. So I picked Smitty in that one. Smitty got that shit. The next easy one what I thought would be easy would be Dunder Mifflin going 2-0, but unfortunately Wubble of a Dub Dub had something to say about that. Kudos to Wubble of a Dub Dub for having Derrick Henry go insane, right? I think he had Cooper Cup too. So I mean, even the best of minds probably didn't foresee that happening to that degree. Number 3, I had Classy Strippers taking on Griffey Cakes. Griffey Cakes is now 2-0. So not only is Griffey Cakes 2-0, he did exceptionally well, even more so than Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. Okay, I didn't see that coming. Hit me hard. Next, I had Unfuckwittable to beat Bull City, right? Bull City, absentee drafting. I mean, we got him in the Discord chat, professing that, he might not, he might be in over his head, which he's not. Bull City's not in over head. If you guys take what Bull City types for face value, this man's no slouch. He will whoop you if you underestimate him, as he did, and I underestimated him and I missed that mark again. Next, I was like, oh, I'm losing a lot of these games. Who can I bet on that I would know will win just fucking me. I bet on me. So it was me versus the boss. Boss is coming in there 0-1. Like, I gotta get this victory. I'm gonna go ahead and get it against the commish and see what I could. Wrong. So Disabled Vigilantes, I picked myself because I can only trust myself to make sure that I'm right. The sixth, these are getting significantly harder as they approach, right? So I had ADP beating Stacking Yards, putting Stacking Yards on too. That didn't work out as I planned. And then we had the game of the week where I took the Hollywood Cole Brothers, the previous fantasy stud, against the West Coast Giants. And the West Coast Giants was I'm Fantrix is this is the first time I ever played on it, but they are really just switching numbers back and forth, back and forth. But I guess eventually they'll decide whether or not those stats occur or exist or whatever. And so I West Coast Giants, then Hollywood had it, and now it's back to the West Coast Giants. No one's safe. If you got a close game, no one's safe until those things finalize on Thursday, whenever they finalize. Shit, I don't know, but West Coast Giants got the dub, and so that put me at 2-5 during week 2. It hurts. Like, I hate being, I should get at least 4 of these right. It kind of hurts, man. But for the year, I'm 7-7 at 500. I'm not above 500, which is that's kind of hurts. But anyway, we don't want to dwell too much on that, especially when we got week 3 to think about. Yeah, everybody doing okay? Let's be honest. I mean, if you're 2-0, raise your hands. And there should only be like 3 other hands raised up besides mine. And those guys are doing an incredible job. You got some of the matchups that you needed. Your guys exploded when you wanted it to. That's brilliant. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and let everybody know who I thought was fantasy stud for week 2. And it was none other than Griffey Cakes. He had some ideal production from both his offense and his defense. That's the goal, folks. Getting close to 200 points on offense and having your defense just blow it out the water as well. That's how you win championships, my guy. Griffey Cakes, I might have him underestimated, but no longer. His roster is legit. Then we have to talk about fantasy duds, right? If we're talking about studs, more than likely we're gonna be talking about duds. And so, what's that in the background? Those are the championships. Anyway, one day you too can be a fantasy champion. It might be this year. It might be with this glorious league. But I guarantee you, Dynasty Sage, if you get too many more fantasy duds, it ain't gonna happen, my guy. I don't want to see you leave this league with your tail tucked between your legs. I need you to come up and rise above it like the phoenix from the ashes. Dynasty Naruto wouldn't take this shit lying down. Hell no. You do what you gotta do to make sure that the village is safe. Alright. Alright. Dynasty Sage is my fantasy dud. That offense is atrocious, my guy. You have to do something to fix that if you plan to salvage this season. If not, you're looking at being the doormat. Doormat. Nobody wants that in their resume. I was a doormat from 2021 to the edge of 22. Nobody is going to hire you, my guy. Fix it. Now, we got that out of the way. We can breathe. Dynasty Stage obviously won't have a sorry performance like that for the rest of the year. I can guarantee. Well, he's probably got a few more in him, but we'll see. I've been wrong before. Speaking of being wrong before, how about my week 3 predictions? Okay, we'll start off from the easiest to pick, right? Does Dynasty Sage turn it around and become a winner this week? No, I don't think so. So we got Sage 0-2 going up against Dunder Mifflin 1-1. This seems to be doormat-ish. So Dunder Mifflin can walk into week 4 at 2-1. Go ahead and mark it down. We got Bull City 1-1 versus Classy Strippers at 0-2. A co-commissioner at 0-2. This elusive victory. Are we really not going to win games? That's not. Bull City, I'm sorry. You're going to have to take this L so Classy Strippers can get in the win column. Number 3, we got Agent Smith versus the Boss. Now, the Boss has had 2 rough weeks. I mean, it is what it is. But Agent Smith, another roadblock to your first victory. But you know what, Boss? I'm giving it to you, my guy. Agent Smith is going to have some glitches, right? And the Boss is going to come out and save everybody. Boss gets its first victory. Mark it up. We got number 4. Wubba Lubba Dub Dub versus ADP. ADP still searching for that first victory. He ain't gonna get it today though. Wubba Lubba Dub Dub. Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry normally doesn't go off in September. This is shot. Holy. Is he gonna break 2,500 yards rushing this year? This is ooh. So I'm kind of nervous about Derrick Henry showing up in September. Jesus Christ. Anyway. Not going to get it this week, ADP. Wubba Lubba Dub Dub's team is kind of fierce, low-key. So, I'm giving that the dub. The 5th matchup, we got West Coast Giants versus Unfuckwittable. West Coast 2-0. Unfuckwittable 1-1. Now, can West Coast go 3-0? It's probably more than probable. But I'm going to give the dub to Unfuckwittable. I try not to bet against the guy. He always tends to show up, especially if I pick him to lose. He likes to rub it. Unfuckwittable for the win, my guy. Now, 6th matchup. This is almost my game of the week, right? So we got Stacking Yards versus Griffey Cakes. Stacking Yards 1-1. Griffey Cakes 2-0. So blew my top, right? So I'm like, oh man, Griffey Cakes might be the real deal. I should go ahead and give him the win, right? Wrong. I got Stacking Yards winning this game, knocking Griffey Cakes to 2-1, bringing him back down to reality. But like I said, I've been wrong before. Let's see what we got. What we got? Anyway, my game of the week should have been 2-2-0 teams, probably. But instead, Hollywood Cole Brothers unfortunate victim of some stat corrections, right? Or some stat corrections that became unstat corrections that were. It hurts my head to think about. Either way, you're 1-1. Going up against disabled vigilantes who's had a consistency. Somebody mentioned a consistency award. That wouldn't be any of y'all. You know what consistency looks like? It's scoring over 250 points a week and still beating your opponent. You know what I mean? Said it. Forget it. I got 250 this week. Now, can Hollywood Cole Brothers erupt for 350? I mean, he was a previous stud. It is a grand possibility that any of this stuff could happen, but it won't this week. Disabled vigilantes getting to 3-0 and being on top of the mountain like he's supposed to be. Now, mark my words, Hollywood Cole Brothers, you're going to need some exceptional performances from those defenders to handle the offense that I got lined up this week. Let's see. Let's put the race on, man. Let's on your mark. Get set. Disabled vigilantes is out front already. You know what I mean? This is going to be fun. I really got myself in a position with the acquisition of Josh Allen, and everybody thinking, wow, he really doesn't like his picks, and you would be correct. I don't want to be locked into some contract for some freaking rookie. I'd rather have an offense that's so explosive, that is knocking folks' hair pieces back. You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit I'm in. That's what I'm into. Fuck those picks until 2024. But either way, this is where we're at right now. So we're approaching the 12-minute mark. So maybe I've overstepped a little bit. Those are my picks. Hopefully I can get at least 4 of these right. We'll see. But what y'all are here for is my power rankings. My power rankings were I had to make some adjustments, obviously, right? At 14, I mean, do we even need to mention it? It's Dynasty Sage. Woo! Like, help is needed in the Leaf Village today. Then we got, at 13, dropping 4 spots. I put the boss there, trying to, we'll see, prove it to me, guy. Prove it. And then at 12, we got ADP also dropping a couple spots. At 13, part of this is these freaky losses, right? And then we got Bull City, who I had marked a little too high probably, dropped him back down 6 spots to number 11. And then, unfortunately, at number 10 is my co-commissioner, Classy Strippers. I got to see some dubs from you, my guy. Show me some potentiality in it, you know what I mean? And then at number 9, I got Stacking Yards. Stacking Yards is up 4 spots. I don't know what I had you so low for. Maybe, a little medicine, a little prescription greenery might have had you so low. So let's go ahead and put you at number 9 for now. Unfuckwittable, I got you at 8, dropping you 3 spots. I know that's kind of tough after, the situations of week 2, but this is kind of like projecting, like who I'm feeling to be right now. You're not playoff team to me. So I got you at number 8. Prove me wrong. And then at number 7, edging into the playoff contention races, we've got Wubba Lubba Dub Dub still at number 7, right? Or did it? I don't know where I had you previously. God, it's like my handwriting is so terrible. But anyway, I've got you at 7. Number 6, Dunder Mifflin. Dropped you a few spots back. Again, I got you at 6. You're right there on the cusp. Hollywood Cole Brothers, number 5. I got you moving up a little bit. Your defenders are, kind of proving me a little bit wrong, but, prove it again. Beat me, and you'll probably skyrocket, right? And then we got, at number 4, moving up a couple spots, Agent Smith. I really, really like that roster. And then at number 3, Griffey Cakes. Really wanted to put you at number 2, but I put the West Coast Giants at number 2. It is really 2A and 2B, second, obviously, to Disabled Vigilantes riding the number 1 spot since the draft. That's how we feel up in here, guys. I mean, I look at my championships and I realize championships on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all? And it's obviously not me because I'm a dominator in this mother. Nothing fair about it. I'm dominating. All right, let me calm down. It's a little early, but I just wanted to let everyone know where everybody stands, that we got the week 3 matchups coming up. I think I'm going to the game tonight. I think I'm going to go watch Christian McCaffrey in person. I should go get a McCaffrey jersey, but, the Texans fans, they're a little unforgiving. You know what I mean? I can't really do that to my guys. But I will be low-key rooting for McCaffrey and a Texans dub, looking at the rookie trying to, prove to me why we drafted this rookie. But I guess we have to go somewhere with our first pick in that draft. Anyway, I hope everybody has a really, really great week, except those Hollywood Cole brothers. Maybe go hiking or something this weekend. You know what I mean? Do what you gotta do to relax and spits it out, and just don't even worry about your lineup. That's an idea, right? Anyway, hope everybody has a great week. Peace.